Yo, what's up, guys? We are on the account of X, good friend of mine, and he pulled something cool. He pulled the Valeska. And Valeska is the dark goth mommy, as some people have been calling it. He hasn't been testing too much with it, so I'm gonna do that for him. But let's first look at the unit. What can she do? Where can she be good? What is probably bad about it? And then go from there. So first of all, she has a guild leader that is attack, which is kind of on the point. Like, I feel like she's kind of more an RTA unit than a guild unit in my opinion, but sure, okay. Skill 1 is just a attack absorb with a 50% chance, 50% going up to 75, and it absorbs a 15%. Not too great, not too bad, but we get into why it's pretty bad in a second. Then we have the Arsenal of Sacrifice, which is that very long skill that does more damage at the moment that there's more sacrifice. It does damage according to your max HP. Whole long blah 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 yada yada yada. I just want to test this and see how it goes and where it goes, because this is just something I'm not 100% sure yet. She kind of does get a insta turn from passive the moment something dies, so that's kind of related to a Carlos or a the Bay. They kind of have that stuff as well. Also, when an ally with reduced HP does damage on an enemy, they will do more damage proportion to that lost HP, so we're definitely going to check out how much that is. But there's already two issues with this unit. Well, actually one that I showcased so far, which is the scaling. Scaling is attack base. Scaling is your max HP base. We are a support type with not the craziest of attack. Skill 1 is going to be useless. I mentioned this before. We had the whole family of the Slayers being terrible until their skill 1 was scaling of max HP as well, because they have all of their skills scaling max HP right now. When you have inconsistent scaling, you already make the unit a lot worse. We have seen it time and time again with many other units where, for example, the Gojos, especially the ones that are defense type, scaling on attack, scaling on defense, and then nothing over here. So they're inconsistent scaling, so the skill 1 is never going to do that much. These girls have the same issue. Then there's another issue. Why the fuck come to us still releasing units with resistance awakening that do not even have anything related to, like, I want to resist? Why should she resist? Why are they still units? Like, they fixed it for Oberon a while back. Oberon now has like, oh, he doesn't need resistance awakening, he needs crit awakening. It's like that kind of shit. And then you look at another unit and you're like, yeah, but you as well. He also has an Ian. Resistance awakening because... No! Like, legit, anytime I see resistance awakening on a unit with decent potential... Oh yeah, wait, this one also had it. It's like, yeah, you're a damage dealer, and then resistance awakening. It's like, fuck that shit. Fuck. It's so dumb. I'm pretty sure they just do it. It's like, oh, this kit seems pretty strong. Let's just give it a freaking awakening for the sake that you could simply just be like, yeah, the easy way to buff it. Easy way to buff it. That's the only thing is like, yeah, no, it might be too strong. It's like, we might as well like not give 2 good units right at the start, and then somewhere down the line in like 4 months they're finally good. It's like, oh man, it's just the hype dies so fast when you read those things, man. Like, oh yeah, new units, cool. Oh, new LD5, cool. Can I use it? Nope, it's pretty garbage. Congratulations. Well, let's look at the multipliers of this. Let's see if we have anything Gucci going on for multipliers. We have a 3.1. Does it actually go up? No, it stays the same. So 3.1, 3.8 for the multiplier on the skill 1, which with a base attack of 670 is going to do absolutely no damage. And then we have the S2 according to your max HP. Wait, that is... How is this an attack scaling and there's no HP scaling? I guess that's kind of wrong, so we don't really know the HP scaling on this. Apparently they couldn't figure it out also. Okay. This is so much of a weird skill that they couldn't even figure it out in here, because I'm pretty sure it's not just attack scaling, it is going to be HP scaling. And then we also gotta check this out, like how much damage increase there is for just dealing something. So let's figure out those numbers. Or well, we can't really figure out the numbers, but let's just kind of see what happens. I can put up a nice defense to test against with 3 Molongs. Let's just go for that. Ooh, he has this dot team. This dot team is so nice. I really like this dot team with the Graw, which is the Elytris. But not the unit we're here for. We're going to be testing this one. So for the build for her, I have no clue what really would make sense. Should we go like crit rate 4 and then HP on the 6, or crit damage 4, HP on the 6? I think it will be something related around that. I'm not sure if it's just kind of like a Lucifer passive where you want to make the rest of the team hit harder, or that you actually want to focus on you dealing a lot more damage, or yeah, I've kind of no clue. So I'm just gonna slap whatever on it that I can find that I think might be a something. And now we're just gonna go from there. Artifacts wise, just some crit damage is up. So we have a bunch of crit damage rocking in here. Let's just see how that works out with all of this. Think it might be pretty bad, but let's see. Okay, so I will be testing like how much damage increase there is going to be on the Leica through the passive of this, while hitting with those bunch of units that are just like super high on HP on the Leica. And let's see that, and then also we're gonna try like an armor break and an attack buff or hitting on this, and just see how it goes. Like, I'm not 100% sure if this is the right way that we should be using stuff, not should be using stuff, or anything in between, but I have no clue. Also, I have no clue what to expect. So let's just start off with an attack buff. Let's try to get an armor break. We did get an armor break. So, okay, first off, just a skill 1 without any passive stacks how much damage we're doing. 11k. That is very mediocre for an attack buff armor break thing going in. Okay, let's see. Okay, did get stunned. That does happen. Reckless Assault, do you die on that? Doesn't die on that, of course, because of the passive. That's great. So, let's see right now how much the S2 would do from you. So, in this case, let's just hit that. That is fine. S2 on the same one. I'm not sure. I don't think Sacrifice is maxed yet. I'm also not sure where you would see the full stack of Sacrifice. Maybe that's just full if something dies, but we'll get to that point. Let's see, first of all, this hit. Wow. Oh, okay, this is where you see the Sacrifice. So it's 95 right now. So Sacrifice is not full. Now it is full, but now you don't have the skill, which makes it even worse. Okay, good 25k. I'm not sure if that is because of lower HP. We're going to check that in a second, where we can kind of see the damage between like the counters. Okay, in this case, we did get stunned. We do have the Sacrifice maxed right now. So let's see if that's going to add in a lot more damage. But we do kind of, for fair testing, I would have to get an armor break attack buff once again. Okay, I do have Sacrifice right now on max. I don't have attack buff, what's HP scaling anyway, so this should be a lot harder of a hit. 15k. That's mediocre. Well, you do insta-kill something, so you get another turn, but then your skill 1 doesn't really do too much. It's also weird to see where the attack buff barely helped that much for dealing extra damage. That's interesting. That's fairly interesting to say. So, yeah, it's kind of strange. So, okay, Sacrifice is max again. 40k. Wait, is it split between like how many units you hit and therefore you hit more on one target? Wait, did I miss that part of the skill? Could be. Because 40k is a lot more than I did before. No, that's also not the case. That's strange. But the thing is, getting Sacrifice does take a little bit of time. Well, actually, with those mediocre amount of hits, we still take a little bit of that every time. I'm just kind of curious to see, like, how much is that damage increase for being low HP? So we have Sacrifice max right now. There's not too much damage being dealt yet. Yeah, it seems that you do a lot more damage on single target rather than AoE. Also, for some reason, these things are not hitting anything on the Leica whatsoever. I'm also not really noticing the damage increase that much for being lower HP, but maybe the Leica's not the easiest one to have that tested on. Let me think about something that might make it easier to test it on if... Okay, once again, now we have 2 targets. Will we do a lot more damage then? Yeah, it does kind of seem like the damage is split, okay? That does make it better for Siege, I would say, because there's just simply fewer units in there. Okay, we have 50% less HP on this. I'm not sure how much I think we're doing like 15Ks on the armor break before with the skill 1. We're now doing 23Ks. Okay, that's a little bit of an improvement. You do get some extra damage, so she does make the whole battlefield a little bit more dangerous. But let's actually think about a unit that I'm pretty sure would always do around the same damage, and I can kind of get in a controlled environment to get him to low HP. Viva Gel will be really nice right now. Well, there's one unit that comes very close to Viva Gel, which is this thing. So let's just give that a try to lower my HP and then see how much damage increase I get from there. But then preferably I would lower the HP on a unit that is an ignore defense unit, because they simply have like less damage fluctuation in the first part. So let's just do it with a Lucian. Okay, so this is going to be the Lucian. I will test it with and without her, and we don't really need an attack buff, so I can just make this fast for the sake of it. Okay, let's first test it like this. Okay, we don't really care. Yes, we don't care. And then I'll just remove her and then see how much damage difference there is between the two tests. So if we do this, yep, we get a lot lower HP on that. So let's see how much we're hitting on the first one. Oh, wait, we had some crit damage first, it seems. Wait, did we? Didn't really notice crit damage first, but there's definitely a big damage fluctuation in... Wait, would that only work on the first hit or something? Because this is way too much damage fluctuation for just first skill something. Wait, would that skill only work on... That would be so fucking stupid. Well, then again, counters nowadays... I wouldn't be actually surprised. So 11.9 or 9.6s. That's what we're looking at. Let's see if we were to remove this unit, do the same test once again. Are we just going to hit those 9.6s? Is that going to be the case, that a multi-hit for some reason does not work on it? That could actually be a thing. That's because the damage fluctuation was way too big for just crit damage first. No, we're actually dealing less damage than that altogether. So with that, the damage increase, like we hit 11k on that first hit, which means we're looking at a damage increase of, I would say, about like a 30% damage increase, which is not that bad. But how often are you going to be at this low HP? That is kind of the thing. It is not that bad though. It might even go up all the way to like 50-ish%. But then again, if we think about it, a Lucifer also does 50%. So that is maybe a little bit more in that case. How much will we do right away with this? Well, we don't have enough sacrifice to do anything on this. Yeah, that's just kind of the issue. But, interesting. So if something actually does fully die, it might be a something. But right now, the damage output, yeah, we do have that. It's just weird where we have so much damage fluctuation between the first and then later hits. That's definitely a weird thing. But then 11.9k is a good, like, 30% more than that 9k that we did on the other tests. So it is a little bit of a something for that reason. Then the thing is, she is a siege unit. But where would she actually fit in siege? X is in the same guild as Obabo, so let's just hit this team from Obabo. And let's see if we can get anywhere with doing anything, as in, like, killing off our own unit and then getting additional turn and then starting to kill their stuff or something. I'm really not sure which way or route we should be looking at, because I feel like any kind of shape or way would be kind of dangerous slash bad. But let's just see what it could do. Let's see if she's the only damage dealer. This team is really on the slow point right now, but let's just see if she's the only damage dealer. If there is something that she can do about killing stuff or something. Okay, typical Obabo, everything taking additional turns. Well, you do get an instant turn right now at a point you don't really want it. Yeah, that's not that much damage going in. You kind of have to get the armor break first, but if something dies before that, you're not gonna get the armor break first, right? So let's see on this. Yeah, we don't have the skill right now. We would have had to get an additional turn to get anywhere. Can you kill this thing on the right first, please? Answer seems to be no. Okay, let's give that another try to see if we can get a rotation in where we first land the armor break before anything really bad happens. Let's see if we can actually make that work. Okay, in this case, let's just do this. Protect, I don't really care. Let's just not waste the skill right now. Maybe that's the idea of it. We didn't armor break a single thing. Oh, it's when you want to test shit. You were 46 accuracy. God damn it. Of course, sure, this is not the team where you do want to use it, but I couldn't really think of something that I would say, like, yeah, she would really be a best in slot in something particular that I would say, like, yeah, this is actually really good for her, because I feel like nothing, I don't know. I don't really know what kind of bruiser unit she could replace. Okay, once again, just an armor break on 1. Skill 1 is not the worst of damage. So let's see if we can at least kill this thing on the right now. No, also an arm. It's, well, this thing. Wait, that doesn't even make sense. Because this Heaven Protection is for the middle and left unit. It's not for herself. But on the one unit we hit on, maybe she has a lot more defense than the other two. But we barely did any more damage on the right one than the one on the left. So that's just straight up weird, isn't it? Okay. Skill ones kind of do tend to add up in damage. Wait, if we go for another one on this. Yeah, we don't have low HP though, so... Okay, if she procs a million times, I do see the potential. If she procs a million times. I don't know, man. I don't know. Maybe also the S2 is fixed HP damage rather than... Yeah, could that be? That it's like a Molong S2, so armor break don't really matter? Could be a thing, because I feel like the damage... Could that be? Let's see. Yeah, that does seem to be a thing, that armor break doesn't matter. Okay, that is kind of weird-ish. Okay, I'm definitely gonna get max stacks again, but issue is right now I don't have the skill. Yeah, the cooltime skill... Okay, if you proc a lot, 40k. Okay, so... Also arm... Okay, interesting. So that does mean that an HP bolt probably does do more than... But then you're not gonna deal that much damage for the unit itself. That was actually a decent showcase. But let's slightly switch up the bolt and try to find a team where it fits better with now knowing that knowledge that her S2 is just... Let's just give her like full HP. Let's see that way. It would make her S1 really weak, but let's see if we just give full HP to her. If she were to do a lot more. Okay, so changed up her build to give a lot more HP. Also, therefore, we do now know that she doesn't need armor break. So I just want units kind of to die next to it. I still think a Nana, even though you don't care about the armor break, is still like a nice way to get extra turns in. You kind of want something with like extra lives as well that are just like shooting targets for whatever you want to have them enabled on hitting. So sure, Nana's definitely nice. You could be thinking of like Pernas, Ayunus, those kind of things. So let's just add in an Ayunu, could be a thing. I don't know. Well, probably you still want to get some healing going in. Well, what we could do is we just go back to that Talisha that I ruined up earlier and just give it low HP and then do even more damage-ish. Would therefore also you have to make this unit on Vampire? No, that would be even weirder, right? Like, that's definitely not what you want to do. But it also makes it weird where she has an attack lead and apparently she's barely any attack scaling at all. Which just makes things weird once again. So we definitely... Well, we could use the S2... No, we don't want to use the S2 early. We want to only use the S2 when the sacrifice is maxed. So sacrifice not maxed yet. Armor breaks. Okay, this one should kill. Let's see. Does she bounce? She doesn't bounce. Okay. So let's try to go for kills. Okay, it does seem to be doing about the same damage as it was doing before, but we didn't kill anything, which is kind of bad. Maybe we didn't have enough, like... Okay, we do have enough low HP right now. Okay, proc again and then we can kill. Yeah, that's probably not gonna happen right now. Wait, if he kills this one? No, why do you kill both? That would have been a good test right there to see on low HP if it would have done a lot more damage. So, okay, maybe not hit that one first. Okay, It's the weird way where you do have to kind of get her on low HP and then have to sacrifice up as well. And that is the moment you do want to do it. Before that, it's just kind of, I don't know. Okay, so we are on a bit lower HP right now, but I'm gonna take the next turn with you. So I'm gonna lower my HP even more. So we have that going in. We do also get the vamp in. But, oh, that's true. Vampire doesn't scale from max HP mostly. So you barely vamp anything. Because that would have been more than enough damage to vamp everything. Man, this is such a weird unit with such a weird kit. I've been testing it for a little bit right now. But I'm really not sure if I'm liking it. Okay, if we kill that, we can kill this probably. Okay, we do. And we don't get full... Yeah, you get 100% A to B, but not a insta turn. So you're still getting cut. Okay, I would say interesting-ish units. Do I really like it though? No. It's the weird way where I think she should definitely get scaling of HP on the skill 1. If she gets scaling of HP on skill 1, then her skill 1 has a lot more kill potential. You can rune her on speed, crit rate, and HP that way. Then the S2 is still good damage as well. And I think then she could be really good, but... It is also the big issue where you kind of want to use your S2 on something that's single target, but you don't always have the option of doing something single target. Wait, there's one more test that I want to do. What happens to sacrifice if I were to use the Joe Gun skill 2? Because that would reduce one extra unit of the field. Plus it gives me an option to, well, if it gives sacrifice, I don't know, probably not. Okay, let's see about this. And then we also have Sonya to kill anything. I'm not sure if it actually moves right after, but let's just see. If we go for the Skull Trap. Okay, we don't get any sacrifice on that. But it does give us the chance to have one unit less on the field. So if we were to do this right now, sacrifice is full. We can also insta-kill this. Yeah, that's 62k damage. So that is a lot more damage. Sure, with the Heavens Protect, you probably don't want to do with this rotation, but... This is already looking a lot more like something where I could say like, okay, this is semi-usable to the extent of like, we can see that we could actually potentially kill stuff. Okay, yeah, this is something that this looks a lot more like something that I could say like is usable-ish. Is it the best way of cleaving something? Probably not really. But yeah, if something just died, 62k is a lot of damage, but it's... 62k if it is single target, which is just kind of like, I don't know. At least we did figure out the units throughout this video testing. Let me know in the comments what you guys think about this unit. I think it has potential, but it's very niche and very strange, but I still would really like to see that skill 1 having HP scaling. The Resistance Awakening is kind of fine because the S2 doesn't really care about crit rate or crit damage, or well, it doesn't care about it at all. So yeah, definitely interesting unit. Okay, let's put the proper test to it. I am going to nuke one unit with the Sonya, and then afterward I'm going to full hit with this. But since we get the insta turn anyways, I'm just gonna add as much HP as humanly possible. That's going to be the idea of it. And let's just see how far we get from there. Oh wait, we don't have any HP. Oh, we do have this one. Okay, that's fine. We don't even need any speeds, to be honest. We just need... as much HP as we can human possibly find, which is pretty much that whole set that I gave to the Molong earlier. Okay, we don't add that much HP for removing Vial, but just for the idea of this, you're an HP nuke by just pure HP. And then in this, well, we do have extra damage on wind. Let's actually see if we notice the damage on wind as well, because we can't really add more damage on these skills anyway. So, idea is, we're nuking the Nigong with a... attack buffed plus a attack elite on her with that Sonya. Lots of damage. Then we can also hit hard on this. We insta kill because of 32k. And then we can clean up from there. But the thing is, her 32k, like maybe if you have a little bit better HP runes, you could do more than double 32k. Because if both survive at 32k, it's not that great. But I would say that this is about as usable as it gets. But then again, you could give the argument that this team pretty much with anything on the left side that can also nuke by itself would be good. But I can see the potential in here. Once again, also X, thanks for letting me abuse your account for testing this unit. And guys, if you did enjoy this video, please subscribe to the channel. Still trying to hit that 50k, and see you later. Thanks for watching. If you would like to see more guides, join the Discord and check out the content tab for the guide video archive, which contains all of the guides that you might need. Hope to see you there.